to see which one would be top. But they'll go into it too. I can't do liars.
Mm.
That's my biggest pet peeve. Like, don't lie to me. You have all open opportunity to be truthful, open and honest. I don't care what you think it may be. Shoot, you want to be a friend with benefits. Say that's what you want to be. Don't be trying to lie to me. Mm-hmm.
What's a non-negotiable for you in a relationship?
Cheating.
Yeah.
Non-negotiable. We could probably work out with the finances. Everybody had their times. One might have to be 80 one day, one might have to be 20. It can flip flop. But you cheat on me, I can't do that one at all.
You mean cheating physically, like having sex with somebody else, or just texting somebody else?
Emotionally and physically. Emotionally, definitely, like physically it hurts, but emotionally, definitely gonna hurt me 10 times more because you're giving what's supposed to be my love to somebody else. You gotta put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Like, how would you feel if you know this person has an emotional attachment to somebody else besides you, and they're neglecting you with the emotional attachment you're asking for, and you find out it's because of somebody else?
So you think you really think these relationships are monogamous out here?
They can be. I could see why. Put it like this: for me, I wanted a monogamous relationship. Now I'm okay with polygamy, but with monogamous, let's just say I barely could deal with myself half of the time. So I got to deal with you, this person, and this person, emotions, mental stability, and all of that on top of mine. That's a lot. A lot. So I understand, like, yeah, that's why I wanted to be monogamous fully. Now with me being okay with polygamy, I think of it as building a bigger family dynamic. I do love both sexes, so that works for me. Type stuff. I was real selfish then. I wasn't sharing nothing. You mind?
I don't think I mean, having somebody to yourself, you think that's selfish?
Huh?
You think having somebody to yourself is selfish?
No, I don't think it's selfish at all. It's not selfish, because I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of them people. That's why I say sometimes I flip flop, because I do having my own person. I'm coming home to you. All of that. No, I don't want to. I don't want to share you. Like,
I mean, if
you mine, but
if everybody's polyamorous, that means everybody's open though. They may not be dealing with women, may not be dealing with you, having sex with you, but y'all just openly sharing the same man. Because I think that's what's going on. Well, the
majority of people doing that anyways.
They doing it,
but no, for me,
knowingly or unknowingly.
For me, no. I'm going to be dealing with both. This is my husband. This is my wife.
Okay.
It's not, no, you can have this person, this person, this person, you dealing with it. If that's the case, we cool. I deal with you how I deal with you when I want to deal with you. You just better have respect for me when you come around me. Don't you pick up that phone for the other female, because I don't expect you to pick up the phone while you're around somebody else.
But people really think these monogamous relationships exist, but because they see them in Walmart, Target, or at the park. But people don't understand the dark side. See, I be on the dark side a lot. And these relationships are not what it seemed to be. There's more than meets the eye. People dig a lot closer.
Well, I can't say that, because my grandmother and grandfather were together for years.
That's a different generation. That is a total different generation.
But no, I'm just saying, we have seen it, so we know it can happen.
But
the time today is.
But wait. They didn't have social media back then. And women couldn't really make the money that they make now. They're a little self-sufficient by themselves. Like women back then, they make enough money to live by themselves, or whatever the case may be. The women got their own money and own bread, and they can do whatever they want now. And social media. Like, a lot of these couples are swingers. People don't even realize that. They think that person is monogamous or whatever. These couples are swingers. This woman is this guy. Yeah, they swap wives. So What you see? Yeah.
Yeah, I realized how many were swingers when I heard about my bosses at my job. I'm like,
Oh
they
yeah,
do
me
what
too.
now?
Oh yeah. Well, there's a lot of that going on. But see, you don't see that in the street. You think you see them holding hands. Man, that's a monogamous relationship. You don't see what behind closed doors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can't knock somebody wanting it because you got a lot of people that still are monogamous. Like they don't want nobody else but
Hey,
each other.
man. Hey, I ain't telling people is it realistic? Sure, but it ain't what it seemed though. It ain't what it.
Because
Did
where
you
I
realize this
get
stuff?
put it like this, where I see a lot of people start to go off of when it does come, because I'm not going to force polygamy, anything like that, swinging on nobody. You got a lot of people that will go to, well, in the Bible, how many wives did such and such have?
But
How
wait,
many?
wait. I just want to say this, right? I gotta say this. Did you realize most women are are saying or being upfront saying they don't want to have a monogamous relationship? It's the women that saying they don't want to like continue to
Because
monogamy.
they know who they're dealing with. They first off, it's off of trauma.
It's the women saying they don't. It's the women saying they getting tired of monogamous, so they want to open explore these doors, open these doors.
But what I'm saying that is because they already have in their head, all men cheat anyway, so I might as well just be cool with you. I probably ain't gonna want to deal with you sometimes anyway, so you could go over there and be in that person face sometimes. Get off of my nerves, and then me and you, I have my time and stuff. Look at where we at in 2025. Like I said, we're
Well,
gonna have to be honest. It's not all men, but you do have a nice amount that little do you know. You may feel like you're the only one, but it's probably 5, 6 other people you're already sharing, not even knowing that you're sharing. So that's why you got a lot of females becoming okay with it. They gotta adjust to the times.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. We're gonna move on. What's your unpopular opinion on parenting?
Most parents don't let their kids express to them how they feel about any situation. Like what they say goes, but what they have to realize is go back to when you was a kid. How did you feel when your mama say that ain't none of your business? I don't care how you feel. I said this, that. Imagine how you felt in that moment. For me, I allow my kids to come and express to me how they feel, but in a respectful manner, no matter whether they think it's gonna hurt my feelings, make me cry, make me angry. Tell me your truth. I'm not going to shut you down to where now that you're getting into an adult, you don't know how to express yourself in a healthy manner. You don't have the emotional intelligence to be able to express yourself in a healthy manner. Some now you just got something they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear how their kids feel. If they did something wrong or hurt their feelings, they'll gaslight them and shut them down.
Explain to everybody what gaslighting is.
Gaslighting. So I'm gonna go off of my dick because everybody got their own. You gaslighting because my mother had this bad too. You're telling somebody how they feel. They turn around and try to flip that back onto you.
Yeah, I knew somebody like that in my family. I got a stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what?
So that's like a lot of us parents. We don't realize we doing that. The kids say, "Well, you really hurt my feelings when you said it did this and this, mom." Well, if you didn't do this, and that, then I wouldn't have. Now you're teaching them how to do that to somebody else. Then that's going to become a repetitive cycle. You're just sitting on that toxicity. On and on and on and on. They're never going to learn how to take accountability or acknowledge someone else's feelings because they don't want to hear what's being told to them. I want to hear they wrong. They don't
Yeah.
want to hear they messed up.
But see, the crazy part about I realize manipulation is when you address an issue, they're trying to make it seem like you crazy or you wrong for your reaction
Mm-hmm.
instead of what caused the reaction and what caused you to do that. That's
Mm-hmm.
manipulation. But yeah, that's the sad part about the black community. That's why the black community is where it is in shambles. It's a shell of itself. We got years of repair. We need therapy, and it's a lot of trauma
Mm-hmm.
going on.
And that's bad too because a lot of people don't feel they need to go to therapy. Me and my
Therapy is
siblings
serious.
just was on my mom. about we could do family therapy. I don't need no therapy. Y'all need therapy. We
And then if
did.
you, and then if you get therapy, the black people they think you crazy. No,
Mm-hmm.
crazy people who the ones that get therapy, but they'll buy all the new Jordans and go see Beyonce or SZA and Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to invest in your mind.
Mm-hmm. Then you got something that you think is all the way together. Then you found out they didn't want to butcher the whole doggone family. They just snapped one day because they held so much in instead of going to get the right help that they needed.
And too, they worry about people worried about looking good instead of goddamn investing in their
Mm-hmm.
mind so they can be well in their mental health instead of about looking good and buying clothes and shoes. But
Mm-hmm.
which one you rather have, like a $50,000 or a date with Ruby Rose?
Say the last part.
$50,000 or a date with Ruby Rose?
50,000.
You say 50,000.
I could go and invest that. I could flip that. What a day with Ruby Rose gonna do for me? Best we could do is bump coochies. I'm sorry for saying it like that, but
Who you think prettier though, Ruby Rose or Lotto?
they both beautiful women to me. I'm not gonna. They both very beautiful to me. So
If you had to choose though,
mm, I mean, I guess Lotto. I like her personality. I go for personalities too, so I really like her personality as well. So I guess I go more towards Lotto.
so who you think pretty, Kalani or SZA? Which one you think pretty?
Oh, now why you gonna go? You just on that live heard me talking about Kalani, but I love my
I don't like her
Kalani.
music. Let me say something. I don't like any of her music, but she's a beautiful woman though.
Beautiful, love me. Okay, I'm gonna come back, but I'm gonna say SZA. I
Okay.
love Kalani, but I don't know. I don't say just because I'm a chocolate woman, because I mind you, y'all give me what smoking say 3 minutes, maybe even four with Kalani.
Uh,
But sis is just something about a beautiful chocolate woman. I love all of her features. It's just how she's loving on herself. Like I gotta give it to SZA.
okay. Man, who you think, Janae Aiko or Dej Loaf? Who you think pretty?
I'm gonna go with Jen. I love me some Janae. I'm sorry, gotta go with Janae.
Ella May or Janae Aiko?
Ella my Janae.
Oh, Ella May or Mariah
Ella.
Cyrus? Who you go with?
I'm gonna go with Janae.
Tim's or SZA?
Tim's.
Yeah, I'll go with both. They both fine. Tim's bad.
They they both fine, but you told me I at least I still had to choose. I hate choosing because all of them were gorgeous women. Like when I say all are gorgeous. But I say Tim's.
Who you think prettier, Young Miami or Glorilla?
Glorilla.
Glorilla.
Mm-hmm.
Who you think winning right now? The dark skins, the light skins, the brown skins?
We all winning.
We all win?
We all winning.
Okay.
Baby, you got some smart, beautiful, go-getting women in every skin complexion. We
Mm.
all women. We all women.
Which rapper baby mama you think?
Say that again.
Which rapper baby mama you think the prettiest?
Drinker.
Drake. Okay. Who you think prettier though? Jada Chavez or Ari Fletcher?
I mean, they both cute, but not really so much my type. But mm, I'll give it to Ari.
Okay. Rihanna or Kalani, who you think pretty?
You ain't right. Both of them.
You say both of them?
Both of them.
If you had to choose, if you had to spend the night with
Oh,
one,
man. Mm. That was a tough one. I will give it to Kalani.
Kalani. What's up? Okay. You took a minute to
That
answer
just
that.
hurt my feelings. That just broke my heart right there.
Kalani the baddest. I don't like any of it. I can't name 5 songs from her though, but
I can name a whole. I love. I
I
love
don't
me
like. She
some.
just look good to me though. I ain't never like her music like that. But like, what's a celebrity couple you would like watch have sex or pay to watch?
Oh my goodness, we done got down this one. Tiana Taylor and Mufasa. I already wanted TT by herself. I love me some her. But
Forgot
she
about
got
Tiana
Mufasa too. I would be a fly on the wall. I
Taylor.
direct if they need me to.
Oh, you fit watch? Okay. You be
Yes.
you be watching for Tiana Taylor or watching for both of them?
Both. They both. They some fine specimens right there.
I mean, Tiana Taylor is pretty though. She's an attractive woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Um,
like one of my top female crushes. Yes.
who you think? Who your sexiest celebrity crush like guy?
I love me some Michael B. Jordan, but it's more than just his look and the way he act. It's him as a gentleman as well. Like, give me him.
What about the white man? What white man you think the sex is?
Damn, what's his name? What is his name? This is about to kill me. Hold on. That's bad.
I
That's
come back
so.
to. I come back to
The one that play Aquaman. What is his name?
it. Jason Mona.
Yes, love him. Love him. If it's a white guy, he gonna have to look like the bird, the hair. All yes, yes.
Okay, okay. Uh, okay. That's cool. That's cool.
Ooh, another black male celebrity crush.
What's an old
Oh,
head? What's an old head guy you attracted to? Like an old head guy, celebrity wise, like celebrity old head.
I ain't gonna say Idris because I used to have a crush on him until I watched that movie, um, Beast of a Nation or something. Made me change my view on him altogether.
My aunt used to love Idris Elba. This is something about women love Idris Elba. They just love that British man.
Oh man, I loved him. I first saw him in Daddy's Little Girl. It was over with. Over. I saw him in that movie though. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I ain't looked at him the same way since. But I would have to. Oh my God, it's so many of them. We gonna come back to that one. I can't. I can't choose.
We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. Would you date a 7 foot tall guy? How tall you is?
I'm 5'2".
You just want a super tall guy like that, like an alien?
Height really is not that big. Big to me, but yeah.
Would you date a guy your height?
I have.
Okay. Who you think?
For me, it's gonna be your personality and the way you treat me.
What sports guys are you attracted to the most? NBA players, basketball players. I mean, football players, basketball players, baseball players. Like, what athletes are you attracted to the most?
Mm, um, I probably have to come back to that one too.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
I definitely gonna have to come back to that one too.
All right, okay. I'm about to say, what song you think better though? Ella May Boot Up or Fantasia When I See You?
When I see you,
Yeah, I'm
always
gonna
gonna be a classic. I'm always
yeah.
gonna choose that one.
I ain't gonna hold you though. Fantasia first 2 albums is good. After that, I just fell off with her.
Yeah, she kind of changed, but that one, if you have me choose between now and any new song, like it's a lot of new songs I do love, but when I see you, it's always gonna hit like I just heard, like it just came out to me.
Yeah, When I See You is it's a classic though, man. It's just,
Hmm.
I was just like, it's one of the records that never get
The
old.
classics gonna always win. I'm not gonna stunt.
What about Love by Keisha Cole or Keisha or that When I See You? Which one you choosing?
Now, love, I'm gonna have to say love because I've seen it at the top of my lungs.
What about Music Soul Child Love versus Keisha Cole Love?
Oh, now that was a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with music.
Yeah,
Soul Child.
okay. It's crazy because he wanted to say God, but the label told him to say love instead. So it's like,
Of course.
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So,
You know how that goes.
now I seen something that Cardi B is dating the football player, but besides that she got her hair looking like the boyfriend that she with now. Her son hairstyle like the boyfriend that she with. You think that's out of pocket for a woman
Her
to change?
son, first off, her
Yeah.
son has locks
But she
now.
changed it to the boyfriend that she with now. Is that out of
Yes,
pocket?
but her son has locks now. Now she took him to the same beautician
Mm-hmm.
and he got the same his hair braided how her son used to have his hair braided because her son has locks now. But even past that, they make it. How many people are wearing the exact same type of hairstyles? Why it matter? They
Mm.
try to nitpick with this woman because of Offset when he did her wrong for years. Just let her be.
Like you don't think she was doing him wrong either?
She probably did her dirt. But how he's trying to act like he ain't never did nothing. Now that she's fully, it's like known, she out publicly with a man. When he been public, hold up.
Yeah. Good.
See, that go to David's skin.
Yeah. You said what? Oh man.
Okay, so my bad. I start watering again.
Yeah, you good.
But he's been out public with other women for
Right,
years.
right.
She finally decided to give up and go public herself. Now everybody is constantly trying to condemn her and bring her down. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
wasn't saying nothing when she was hollering, crying, begging for him to fix it, begging for her to do right, been begging for him to do right, all of that. But now that she's decided to move on, y'all finding everything to nitpick with this woman about. Why?
But my thing is, dude, why do people gotta bring their business to the internet though?
Offset did it first.
I mean, she did wish that she delete this man. She could delete this guy and wish she would delete herself or whatever. But let me ask you this though: Cardi be the only person on the internet that say I was robbing men and drugging them so I could pay for studio time. Why
But
everybody
that's her
come?
past. Everybody got a past.
Wait, wait,
She
wait, wait,
became She became better. See, that's
wait,
what's people's problem now when
wait,
people are
wait,
trying to become better. and be the best versions of themselves. They keep trying to bring that up.
Listen, though. I just want to know if a guy, Bill Cosby went to jail for that, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. And they still love Bill Cosby. Just like they still love
F. Kelly. No, they don't love him. How they love somebody that went to jail? He went to prison.
No, what I'm saying, he went to jail for it, but you still have dudes quote get her to Bill Cosby. What R. Kelly did.
Wait. I just want to know if like a big rapper like let's just say Drake said I was drugging women and robbing them, and I had to use the money for studio time. I had to do what I do to get the money. You don't think it'd be a group of women coming out trying to cancel him and do that? So are people just going with who right or wrong or who we like? Because it seems like we ain't going.
No, because they both was wrong for doing that. Okay. She owned up to it. She did whatever time, or she got whatever karma she was supposed to, and she became better. It'd be different if the people still doing it at the same time, but a lot of people that don't stop bringing up my past, stop doing this, but you're quick to bring up somebody else's. Like you ain't got skeletons in your closet. Only thing is these people's are publicized. Let yours be publicized.
we just trying to hold everybody accountable. That's the main thing. But we gonna move on.
Everybody been knew that, but now she moved on. Y'all bringing it back up. We knew this years ago.
The reason I say it because I just feel like if a man were to say this or whatever, they'll go back and investigate and put him in jail, and they'll bring those women and other women or whatever. Then he got to apologize to all black women.
Didn't they have? No, that's what I said. Didn't they have a moment that they did have being coming forward?
But what I'm saying is, when a black man do something to a black woman, they make it seem like he did something to all black women when it's just that woman. That's what I'm saying. But that's just my opinion, though. But hey, we're gonna move on.
I mean, you can't say every woman because of what one did, I'm not putting that off on everybody else.
Right.
I dealt with ain't-ish dudes, but I have met some great kings.
Yeah.
Some great ones. I don't put them all in the same box. It's just them bad apples.
Yeah.
These was over here. They went to go heal. They know themselves. They happy with self. They not on that. They on two different levels.
Yeah, we're gonna move on from that though. But I hear you though. Do you feel like if a man pays child support and finds out later the child is not his, should the woman have to pay it back?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you think that's happening though?
Huh?
How do you think this happening in America, across the world?
I'm gonna be honest. It happens often enough. It happens often enough. Now you have some. They be the father. They just don't want nothing to do with the doggone kids. We just gonna be honest about that. But you have a lot of women knowing for a fact that the baby father is not the baby father, and will sit here and go put that man on child support and still be trying to talk ish after he find out the baby ain't his.
Should DNA test be mandatory? You believe?
Yeah.
Why do you think they're not mandatory now?
Because they probably was already thought these people been together. They know when they was together, so it couldn't be no way possible somebody else could be the father. But just like we say, males are sneaky. You got some sneaky females as well.
They just want to. I feel like it ain't mandatory because they just want to be able to have a man attached to the child, so the government can just pull child support and have a man wrapped up in the system. That's what that's about.
I mean, it's the government against us, of course.
That's what I believe.
Of course, it's the government against us, but what it don't make it any better is just when you got men and women that feeds into it as well. You know this man ain't your baby father.
Do you feel like the woman should go to jail for doing stuff like that? Basically doing fraud?
When you took money and all of that? Now, she really didn't know. She really didn't know that's different.
That's not an excuse. That ain't an excuse though.
No. If she really didn't know, that's different. But if this woman knew for a fact this man was not the father,